Right, you guys, got another product review. This is the Feiyu Vimble C. There is a discount code here which you can use, which is at the top of the screen, which will give you a discount on this product. This gimbal, or Vimble is a free access stabilization handheld unit which will stabilize all your video footage when recording via a smartphone or even action cam. So this is what you're going to get in the box. It comes very well packaged in some sort of foam, protection foam around the box. You're going to get your warranty card here, and you can see we've got a couple of little user manuals here. One is in English and one is in Chinese. So as you can see, this tells you exactly everything you need to know about your device and how to set it up and how to turn it on. And you can see what it does is give you full movement of your smartphone or action camera, and it will give you a stabilized image, as you'll see a little bit later on in the video. As you can see, this is our gimbal. It was a lot bigger than I actually thought when I first got this sent to me. You can see you got your charging cable here, and this is to charge your gimbal, or Vimble I should say, but this is basically gonna charge it up and let you use it for at least 5 hours of usage time. Okay, so here you can see a couple of little extra added foam protectors here, and this is so you can use action cams. So once you put these onto your little bracket here, this will allow you to put in an action cam on here. Now there is some restrictions with the action cam, as you'll see a little bit later on, but basically with these on here you can put GoPros or any sort of SJ cam or any sort of action cam inside here, and you can use it, but you will have to rotate the handle so it turns away from you, otherwise you won't be able to see any footage, and I'll show you a bit about that later on. But you can see the battery in here is 2200 milliamps battery, and also the working life of that is 5 hours at a time, so it's pretty good. It's a good sturdy handle. As you can see here, here's your actual navigation button here. It does it automatically, but you can manually move your camera around, or your phone or your action camera around. You've got your action button there, which is to power it on and also take snapshots and record. And also you can see here we have our mode and function buttons here at the back as well, and this will also work as your zoom. Now here we have our tripod mount stand. This is just your standard tripod mount, and you can do panoramic views with your tripod. With this particular one, it will pan right the way around. It works really well. Here you can see we have some movement here for our bracket, so you can see it will take different size phones and action cams. I'll just slip this action cam in here so you can see. Now there is some restrictions, as I said, when using it like this, but it does work, as you'll see a little bit later on in a video. But as you can see here, it will be facing away from you, so you have to have the actual button facing away from you because it covers all the buttons. So it is a little bit of a pain, but it does work, and you can use it with action cams, as you'll see later. This is how you're going to have to use it. Okay, so it's facing away from you. Here is your USB charging port here. This will charge your device, and you can plug this into a wall outlet or a computer, and it will charge it up, no problem. This is your button, so powering it on, as you can see, and you will need to get the balance right for your Vimble. And once you've got the balance right, it should be nice and stable, and I'll show you how to do that a little bit later on. Now you could actually tripod mount this as well and do some face action, so it will follow your face around. You can set all that up with the app. You will need to download the app from the App Store, Google App Store, and once you've done that, you should be good to go. So here you can see the Bluetooth light is flashing. You just need to turn on your phone or anything like that, download the app, the Feiyu app from the Google Play Store, and install that. Okay, once you've done that, this is going to give you access to a lot of features to change everything, the speed of the Vimble and everything else, the way it pans and zooms. You can see there's a little bit of movement here, and this is so you can get the balance right. So once you've got your balance right, you will turn this screw to balance off your phone or your actual action cam. Okay, now this does take loads of different types of phones, whether it be iPhones, Samsung Galaxy, or anything like that. It will take all these phones, and it will also take loads of different action cams as well. Now obviously the list is far too many to list here, but you can check it out before you purchase yours. Okay, Now you can see it automatically balances itself, and it will sort of get to the central point here once you've turned it on. You can see it's centralizing itself, and once you've done that, you're pretty much good to go. You can then start recording. Now phones, recording on the phone, I didn't do no phone footage. I did actually record with the action cam here. You can see the tilt here, that you've got a nice tilt motion here, and also rotation. As you can see, you can just rotate manually if you want, or you can do it with the actual Vimble itself. It has a 320-degree rotation, which is 160 degrees on each side. Now that is not a 360-degree rotation, which means if you are using an action cam, as I've already mentioned, you'll just have to make sure that the button I'm using now on the video is facing away from you on the Vimble, and that way you will be able to get proper shots with your action cam. Now when you're using your smartphone, you can hold it exactly as I'm holding it now. That's fine, because obviously you're using your rear facing camera, but obviously action cams, you will need to rotate it round the other way. But you can see you can move it about yourself like this. Once you get it balanced right, I was still messing around with it, but once you get it balanced right, you should be good to go. As you can see here, it does have face tracking and also time lapse and panorama view, which works really well on a tripod. You can set that up and it will take a full panorama view of a room or whatever you want to do, and it will make sure it stitches all those in the right place. There is some footage here that I took. Now I didn't quite have the balance right when I was using it. I was still learning how to use the Vimble. It's, once you get the balance right and you get your settings right, it really is smooth. And as you can see here, I'm just showing you a bit of footage here, moving around, and the stabilization is really good. Now I've actually got it much better than what you're seeing here once I started tweaking the settings. Now I'm going up and down here, and you can see how smooth that is. It really is smooth, and I'm moving quite fast there, but the Vimble is stabilizing the image to make it looking more professional. As you can see here, the camera is even pretty decent as well. This is a DB power camera which I'm putting on here, and I'll make a video on that and you'll see that camera shortly. As you can see, pretty decent. So if you want to, why would you want one of these Vimbles? Well, you would use one of these if you was recording videos, events, if you're a vlogger, YouTuber, any of those sorts of things. They're great for holidays. If you're walking about and you want to get some great shots, they're great for that as well. And the good thing about this is it's very affordable. It's not one of the most expensive ones out there. It's one of the more sort of Vimbles. Okay, so I'll leave all that information in the video description, the discount code and everything, and the link to it will be in there as well. Now another thing I didn't show you here was the face tracking and also the panorama view, which you can put it on a tripod, and it will take a full panorama view and stitch all those together. I didn't show you that, Hopefully I might be able to do that in another video. As you can see here, pretty decent.
This is 4K.
And, I'm really impressed with it. I want to thank TomTop for sending this one over for a review. Thanks again for watching, guys, and have a great weekend. I shall see you again for another video soon. Bye for now.